You promised 3 chapters? Hell no! Alright, the function of the school as an educational facility is very questionable. Our PE class is exceptionally disorganized. Oh yeah, I was up here. The only thing we do together are the warm-ups at the start. Now, I'm pretty sure I said 2 chapters, chat. I didn't say 3, okay? Pipe down. I said 2, alright? No, I said 2, I said 2. The teacher isn't even there after that. All we do is play together.
仕方ないじゃん。年齢も性別もバラバラだし。
Oh, by the way, why is the remake version just give him giant tits? It, like, or is it just no helping it? Everybody's a different age or gender.
一応ね、体育の時間は校庭で体を動かすのだけが決まりなの。
All the kids were gallivanting about. Well, they certainly are being active. They might be getting plenty of exercise, but
きっと教育委員会はこの学校を見落としてるんだろうな。
お待たせしましたです。
Desu?
さてご一同様、今日の体育は何をいたしましょう。
おっしゃ。これでいつものメンバー全員集合だな。
さて委員長、
The real question is why is Satoko not dead?
やるのかな？
We should play dodgeball.
瞬発力と持久
Oops,
力。
I didn't read that line out loud.
スポーツの世界においては仲間などいない。すべてがライバル。信じられるのは己の肉体のみ。
なんだそりゃ。漫画の読みすぎだろ。
Oh,
ってわけで
I quit without missing a beat.
指針。古いながらもすべての要素を詰め込んだ屋外乱戦の王様。
Tag! Boo! It was quite the adorable choice to make after playing it up so much.
望むところですわ。
Okay, genuine question. Did people ever actually wear this outfit for PE? That's what I was hoping
ノ
for.
ルマナケイチさんは家
Yes?
が一番に多い
Really?
ですの。
That dunderhead Keiichi-san shall be the first one to be it.
僕だって負けませんです。
In Japan? Japan's a little sus, bro. I won't be beaten.
レナも頑張るもの。今日は負けないぞ。
なんでお前らそんなにやる気満々なんだよ。
Do we ever get to see what the hell Keiichi looks like? Like, am I ugly?
快速第3条。ゲームは絶対に楽しく参加
In
し
the
なけ
anime?
ればならない。
Okay, okay. Oh yeah, I've seen like the meme.
じゃあこれ部活なのかよ。
Everyone smirked at each other. They all seemed pretty confident. I am a man. Physically, I should be able to keep up with any girls my own age. Wow, Keiichi. Not very forward-thinking of you. Regardless, Mion and Satoko looked like they were aiming for victory, and Rena was looking at me as if pitying my disadvantage.
上等だぜ。鬼ごっこ。乗ってやらー。
My yell echoed across the school grounds. These were the rules. Anyone who was able to evade being tagged before the bell was a winner. But we didn't switch who was it. The ones who were tagged by it also became it. Oh my god, it's like zombies. So the number of people who were it would increase exponentially. The end game would become a hellish siege.
ここいらではこの遊びのこと
Oh my
ゾ
god!
ンビ鬼って呼んでるけどね。
I'm reading Mion's mind.
なるほど。食われたやつがゾンビ化するからな。
Pre-played.
なんでそんな怖いこと言うんだろう。
レナを捕まえたら生きたまま
Why does
お
Rena
腹を
always
食い破って
repeat
やる
the
から
end of her
な。
sentences? She's like a VTuber, but like that's her gimmick. It's like Pecora saying
やだ
Pecco.
よケイチくん、そうなのや。
Rika-chan placed her hand on Rena's head as she panicked.
大丈夫です。ケイチに食われる前に僕が優しく食べてあげますです。
Desu.
リカ、それは全然慰めになってませんわ。
Both Mion and I nodded deeply.
最初の鬼、ゾンビはどうやって決める？じゃんけんか？
一応授業時間だからね。問題で決めよう。問題を出すから答えられなかったやつ
It's
が
supposed to sound cute. They all have a special way of speaking. I don't think Mion says anything special. I have no idea which grade level they're coming from.
6は英語で。
Huh? I was bewildered by the sudden question. Mion
だ
repeated
から
it.
答えるの。6は英語で。
6だ。
なら靴下は。
What?
ソックスだね。
アルファベットの後ろから3つ目。
C.
X ですよ。
What?
では性別は英語で。
もちろんわかりますわ。
Wait. Didn't she say the third letter of the alphabet? Oh, oh my god. Indented.
それは
Yeah, listen. I misread it. Shut up. Ooh, Satoko's stupid. It's quite a lewd question. Wait, why? What the fuck is a seibetsu?
さとこは大人だもんね。知らないわけはないよね。
知ってますもの。知ってるもん。
Sex as in gender? That's not lewd.
じゃあ言ってごらんよ。あれだよ、あれ。あれは英語で。
はあ、さとこちゃん困ってる。かわい
Did
い。
you have to say sex?
持ち帰るなよ。犯罪だからな。
If I didn't nip it in the bud, she really might have tried to take her home. Mion's pursuit was relentless, making Satoko stammer.
さあ言ってごらんよ、大声で。あれは英語でなんという。
知ってるもん。知ってるもん。だからザットですよ。ザット。
All of us were a bit surprised by Rika-chan's unexpected answer. I see. Well, it certainly is what that means. That could have been awkward. I wonder what I would have done in Satoko's position. I'd probably get ticked off and just blurt out you know what at the top of my lungs. I wouldn't want you as an enemy, Mion Sonozaki. Thank goodness you were born a girl. Huh? If you're a boy, you'd probably be a perverted asshole. Okay. Wait, girls can't be perverted assholes? God, this Keiichi pig! How dare he?
仕方ありませんわね。不詳、この北条さと子がゾンビ役を務めさせてもらいますわ。みんな食い殺してやりますですな。
How would Satoko catch anybody? I feel like if you get caught by Satoko, that's just like...
いいんですの。
100数えるのは
Damn, 100?
ズルするやつがいるからな。俺の問題が解けたら追ってよし。
ケイチくん、簡単なのにしてあげてね。
5分の1のケーキと6分の1のケーキと7分の1のケーキを一皿に乗せました。
分母が違いますですの。
Satoko grabbed the stick in a panic and began drawing a cake in fractions on the ground. Why would you need to draw a cake?
ケーキ1個を60秒で食べられるサトコがそれを全部食べるとお皿にはケーキがいくつ残っているでしょう。
What? This is not a math question. Just as I finished giving the word problem, Mion shouted.
よーい、ドン。
Then what's the answer? Bro, if Satoko, who can eat one cake in 60 seconds, eats all of them, how many cakes are left on the plate? 0! What do you mean? She's ate all of them. On Mion's signal, everyone but Satoko scattered.
ケイチくん、それ問題じゃないよね。
Satoko had already lost a moment. She started working it out. She's eating it all, so of course there's nothing left on the plate. Ah, see? Everyone dashed off in a direction they thought was best. Knowing the lay of the land, they probably headed right to the best spots. It was obvious I was at a disadvantage. At a time like this, it would have been more effective to go along with those trained in survival skills. Like Mion, for example. The fact that I didn't realize it at the start of the game probably hurt my chances. Glancing back over the school ground, I saw Satoko just rising up to start. She was really, really mad. Mwahahaha. She got tripped up on such a dumb question. Yeah, but why not just have her count to 100? You gave yourself way less time. I stood at one of the corners of the school. I had clear sight lines in 2 directions and would probably have a good response time if any zombies started closing in. For the time being, I caught my breath and focused on what I was trained to think during club activities yesterday. Now think calmly, Keiichi. If I was it, what would I do? Increasing my numbers would be a shortcut to victory. Going after the weakest player first is the obvious plan of attack, meaning me.
さてケイチさんはどこでございましょう。逃がしませんことよ。
But of course, what would be the best method to track me down? Footprints or smell, or maybe some type of trail. Bro, what smell? She a dog? If I could craftily hide my tracks, then there would be no trail for Satoko to follow. But I was no detective. Would I even be able to do that kind of thing in an amateur game like this?
岡村、ケイチさんを見かけなかったでございませんこと？
What the heck? Do zombies hunt their prey by asking nicely where they went? Tomita-kun and Okamura-kun pointed to the location where I was hiding. After confirming she was headed in this direction, I abandoned my position. It wasn't easy to hide myself with all those little kids running around as they pleased. It was becoming even more obvious that I was at a disadvantage from not being familiar with these surroundings. If that's how it was going to be, then to confront this intelligence-gathering zombie, I just counter it in a similar vein. I approached some girls playing with a ball.
が伝言を頼まれてくれ。北条聡子にご両親が校門に来てるぞってな。
伝言。いいよいいよ。
I stopped the girls as they turned to run off.
待て、まだ行くな。あと園崎美音にもだ。先生が校門のところで呼んでるぞって伝えてくれ。
Oh shit. Mwahaha, I'm quite the schemer if I do say so myself. If things went well, Satoko and Mion would run into each other at the gate. It would put me at a disadvantage if more people were it, but this was Mion we were talking about. She'd figure out a way to escape. But that was just fine as long as it bought me more time. Mwahaha, dance for me, Mion and Satoko. Who the fuck says Mwahaha in their head? In the palm of my hand. Having my fill of playing the con man, I looked for a place to hide. Me? Okay. If you think about it logically, I'd only bought myself a scant amount of time. And it might even come back to bite me. Once it became apparent I started spreading false information through messengers, I could end up being the recipient of one of those messages. Satoko would probably ask the messengers to help her look for me. That would mean there would be more zombies and participants in the game. The virus that was brought about by my mischief could cause an epidemic. All my classmates would transform into zombies and would only be searching for me. This tactic might backfire horribly. While trembling at the thought of the impending dawn of the dead, I began searching for a safe house. I found a shed by the incinerator behind the school. After climbing up the roof, I held my breath. It wasn't a bad place to hold out. Not only did I have a good line sight, but if necessary, I could jump off in 3 different directions to escape. Can't you just sit on the roof with a stick and anybody that tries to come up to tag you, you just smack them? It was getting rowdy down there. The lower grades were running around below the shed.
いないね、前原さん。そっちいた？
That's not being a jackass, chat. That's just taking the game seriously. Remember, this club is all about taking the game as seriously as possible and trying their hardest to win. And if, you know, smacking a couple of motherfuckers with a stick means, you know, what you gotta do, then you gotta do, right?
いない。ケイチさんどこだろう？
Don't thinks about hitting kids with a stick. Okay, but I'm also a kid in this scenario. So, like, can't I, as a kid, also hit other kids with a stick?
お父さんが校門に来てるのにね。
Ooh, they're trying the same bait. That was definitely a lie. Yeah, his dad would never come to see him. The word gate, the same one I'd used, gave a hint of revenge. So Mion was behind this. I was still keeping one step ahead of the game. I felt bad for my underclassmen, but they'd have to search until the school bell.
ねえ、ケイチさん知らない？
He's dead.
お母さんが急病で大変なんだって。
What if this is serious?
前原さんに伝言だよ。
What if his mom like got cancer? Just like out of nowhere.
家が
It's
火
like
事だから
serious.
急いで校門に来いって。
Oh, now his house is on fire?
前原さん家にジャン
A
ボ機が
jumbo
墜落した
jet
らしい
fell
よ。
onto the...
警察が 事情聴取に来てるって言ってた。
Anything goes now?
趣味は抱き枕のコレクションなんだって。
Nah, he probably totally does. He definitely does. How?
夜な夜なベッドで抱きながら寝てるって本当なの？
Okay, whoa. Yo, what the fuck? Who's coming up with these? Who are they talking about?
ふにふにの柔らかい感触がたまんないって。
Keiichi, I didn't know this is what you did in your free time. No way I would do that. Oh, he's getting baited.
委員長の写真貼り付けたのも貼るらしいよ。
Ooh.
へえ。
Garrrr. This was your doing, Mion. Calm down, Keiichi. This is Mion's battle tactic to flush me out. Just hold on. If my underclassmen thought about it logically, they would know it's all nonsense. But small kids don't think about things logically. To them, all of those things were true, so they all chuckled together while looking for me. Hehehehe. Wahahaha. I win, Mion. It's my victory. Wahahaha. Wiping unrelenting tears away, I felt intoxicated by my own victory.
転校生の前原さんって二次元萌えの人なんだって。
The cost of beating Mion had too high a price. Ah. Well, Keiichi, maybe, you know, it ain't too bad being a pervert. Someone passed below. That's Rena and Rika-chan. Okay, obviously stealing panties is definitely a bad thing, and, you know, running around wearing panties on your head is a bad thing, but, you know, I'm just...
リカちゃんはまだ無事かな。なんとか頑張ってますです。
Oh? Have they been zombified or are they acting?
みーちゃんも鬼になっちゃったみたいなの。
Oh, they're not zombified yet. Mion, it couldn't be. She'd become it because of my little strategy? This confirmed that Mion was behind this relentless message war. Then this wasn't
み
good.
ーちゃんはなんとか巻いたけど、さとこちゃんは。
Unless this is all bait too.
さとこは土管のところを探してますから、ここはしばらくは安全ですよ。
Upon hearing that, I breathed a sigh of relief. Oh no, that's they're all zombies. This is bait. When Rena was slumped on the ground, breathing heavily, Rika-chan had started creeping up to her. Rika-chan doesn't normally make noise when she walks, but it's strange. It couldn't be.
リカちゃん？何かな？何かな？大丈夫ですよ。
I never seen Rika-chan smile so creepily before. Oh shit. She's got the fucking...
なんで近寄ってくるのかな？来るのかな？リカちゃんはゾンビじゃないもんね。
She is.
怖くないです。僕が優しく食べてあげますです。嘘だよね。リカちゃんがそんな。
So everything Rika said was a lie. Rena was pressed against the wall and Rika-chan lurched forward with both arms out just like a zombie. Rena quaked with her back pushed up against a wall. It was quite a surreal scene of horror, like one of those zombie breakout videos you'd see. At that moment, Rena's eyes met mine. No, don't do it. It's a bait. It's bait. It's bait. They're acting. Zombie Rika-chan turned 180 degrees exorcist style and glared at me.
いた！ケイちゃん見っけ！
Oh god. Mion popped out from behind the cinder block wall around the garbage dump, also seeing where I was. My position was only advantageous when there was one zombie. Being surrounded was not as good. Get a stick, Keiichi. Beat their asses.
ケイイチさんを見つけたですって？
I could tell that Satsuko was rushing my way. It seemed that Rika-chan had let Rena escape and now she was burying her fangs in my direction. What the fuck? Keiichi is gooning.
降りてこい！ケイちゃん！
Three zombies circled the shed, moaning curses.
お前ら怖い。怖すぎる。
ケイイチさんの腹渡はどんな味がするのかしら？ケイイチさん。ケイイチも僕たちの仲間になってほしいです。
Don't do it, Keiichi.
誰か助けてくれ。
I saw Rena apologizing to me from across the schoolyard. An apology, sorry, leaving me for dead. Rena? Rena! I leapt off the roof out of fear, slipping as I landed. Satoko and Rika jumped on top of me, and after straddling me, they tickled me all over my body. This is definitely not how you play tag. Why are they tickling me? Fuck.
Yummy! Yummy! Yeah!
ってことは、あとはレナか。チャイムまであと何分もないね。
It's kids? Bro, when I was a kid, tag was brutal. Alright? Motherfucker, we were like breaking ankles. Alright? Fucking juking each other, going crazy. Fucking parkouring. Alright? We weren't fucking tickling each other. Alright? Shit was hardcore. Alright? It was not for fun. It was competitive. Bro, I remember the good old days. We'd be like, there'd be like one playground equipment between with a person trying to tag me, and then I'd be on the other side. We'd be like fucking juking each other, faking each other out. I understood how vengeful ghosts with lingering regrets felt. I'm just saying, I was MVP of tag, by the way. Nobody could catch me.
かわいそうかわでもこれでケイイチも仲間ですよ
Nah, not lying. I was fast as fuck, boy. It felt like I'd been bitten by a vampire and was now one of their thralls. So didn't know dinosaurs played tag. It was a strange feeling being welcomed over to the side that had pursued me.
ゾンビ鬼なかなか奥深し
気取ってる場合じゃありませんわレナさんを捕まえるのですな
校長が廊下を歩いてる。もうすぐチャイムが鳴るよ。
To devour Rena, who had been turned into a demon of vengeance, needed to use any means necessary. Except I wasn't just a zombie. I was a master of the night, a vampire. Using the same trick that had tightened a noose around my neck, I used my classmates to further my evil designs. I gathered up the lower grades from around the school
みんな
grounds.
聞いてくれレナが大変なんだ今すぐレナを探し出してくれ
前原さん家にジャンボ機が落っこちたことより大変なの
Okay. Oh yeah, it had turned into that, hadn't it? Mio whistled nonchalantly, trying to avoid the blame.
ジャンボ機なんか目じゃないぞ
Aware.
レナン地に墜落したのはなんと小惑星だ
小惑星ですって
ああ宇宙人が作った装置でロシュの限界を解除しまず1個落としたらしい
Huh?
まさか俺もそこまでやるとは思わなかったしかも続いて今度は100個も地球軍の完全な誤算だ
The lower grades were dumbfounded, their eyes like saucers at the grand turn of events.
地球軍って私たち宇宙人と戦争でもしてるんですか
このままでは地球は壊滅だしかしレナの放つ音速のマッハレナパンチなら小惑星を全て迎撃することができるそう地球軍のトップエースそれがリュウグウレナなのだ
Bro, who the fuck believes any of this shit? Unless they're like 4-year-olds. The lower grade students all gulped. Gulp? It seemed I'd made them fully understand that the fight for Earth was lost without Rena.
さあチレ同志諸君レナを探し出すのだ
My comrades at the lower grades let out an enthusiastic cheer and dashed off in various directions around the school grounds. There was still one person who hadn't
で
gone.
もたとえレナさんでも月を押し戻すことなんてできるんでしょうか
What the fuck, nerd?
心配無用だつい先日もレナは地球に激突するはずの水星爆弾を一つ弾き飛ばしている小惑星の100個や200個くらい音速を超える高速のパンチで一撃だ
リュウグウさんってすごいんだ
Satisfied with that, she also rushed off to look for Rena. It does seem like there are some promising up-and-comers amongst the youngsters.
ケイちゃんの才能をおじさんは改めて知ったよ。
Huh? Didn't really feel like she was complimenting me, but whatever.
しかしケイイチさんもやるでございますわね。これは頼もしいですわ。
でもこの人数なら勝てる。これだけいれば勝てるよ。
ケイイチはゾンビに立候補した方が良かったと思いましたです。
Rika-chan's words stung a bit, but I let it slide for now. Not even Rena would be able to escape the entire class. As a result of everyone's thorough search, Rena was finally cornered in the back of the sports equipment shed.
怖いよみんな。
This is where she dies.
ケイイチ君まで怖いよ。
It probably was scary being chased around by the entire student body. But the lower grades closed in on Rena, saying she was the only one who could save the world.
みんなが何を言ってるのかわかんないよ。レナはパンチで小惑星なんか破壊できないよ。
レナ、さっきはよくも見捨てたな。覚悟はできてるだろうな。
さっきはごめんねケイイチ君。だって仕方なかったんだもん。おとなしく食い尽くされるでございますの。みんなで仲良しですよ。
さあレナ、念仏でも唱えな。
Okay. Rena had stumbled onto a mat, trembling with tears in her eyes. I closed in, associating the situation with a similar, particular, immoral one made my pulse quicken just a little bit. Listen, how old is Keiichi? Why is this motherfucker always thinking about the weirdest sexual situations? Satoko and Rika-chan were both wiggling their fingers. They probably wanted to tickle Rena. They're like 14. Yeah, nah, listen, I don't know, man. I think Keiichi's a fucking pervert. Maybe they were right about him.
ケイイチ君はみんなみたいなひどいことしないよね。しないよね。
さあどうかな。
He's 14? That's your self-insert, buddy? No, it's not. What boy his age isn't a pervert? I wasn't. I was an upstanding citizen.
さて、覚悟は決まったかな。
いいよ。ケイイチ君な
Whoa,
ら。
whoa, whoa, whoa. The face she made as she resigned herself to her fate made my heart skip a beat.
ケイイチ君はひどいことしないってレナ信じてるし。
Arg, body won't move. That had to be some sort of anti-zombie mantra. The second my sense of reason chimed in, the beast inside me died instantly. Ooh. The bell. There was the bell. The game was over. God damn it, motherfucker. Yay!
やったやった生き残ったよ。わーいわーい。
Rena pranced around merrily as if a curse had been broken.
あとわずかのところで日光が差し、悪のゾンビ軍団は廃人と帰したか。ヒロインが生き残るのは映画のお約束だもんな。
何を気取ってるのですの。ケイイチさんがもたもたしてるから。お仕置きしますです。
How come nobody died in this game of tag? I was subdued by Satoko and Rika-chan and once again sentenced to death by 100 tickles.
許して。
じゃあ生き残ったでしょうは竜宮レナと園崎美音。イエーイ。
What?
あれみーちゃんゾンビじゃなかったの。
ふりしてただけ。敵を騙すには味方からって言うじゃん。
This motherfucker.
ミオンてめ
はいはい、急いで着替えないとね。次の授業に遅れんなよ。
離せサトコ、リカちゃん。いやー
Having had my fill of being terrified to my very core by club activities, I solemnly swore I would have Mion crying for mercy next time. I think I think not Sato. I think Keiichi's overreacting. Right now, someone dies. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, full day's gone? After arriving home, I quickly made preparations to head out once again. Oh shit, we're going back there. Uh-oh. I'd agreed to meet Rena to dig Colonel Sanders out of that mountain of treasure from before.
母さん、うちに軍手ってあるかな。あとタオル。
Oh, something's gonna happen.
表の物置の中になかった？タオルは洗面所ね。
Alright, now I was all ready. Looking at me, my mom stared quizzically.
何ケイチ？すごいいでたちでどこへお出かけ？
If they come to dump again legally, he'll be buried completely, and it'll be impossible to dig him out. And if that happens, Rena will undoubtedly go after Colonel Sanders in front of the fried chicken place in town.
ちょっと発掘に。
Keiichi, this is like ridiculous reasoning, by the way.
クラスメートを犯罪者にしないために。
はあ？あまり遅くならないようにね。
Mom returned to the kitchen with a puzzled expression still on her face. Cutting through the woods as a shortcut to the dam site, I ran into someone. Oh shit, it's a fucking cameraman. I knew it! It was Tomitake-san. Probably taking pictures of wild birds again with that precious camera of his. It couldn't be that all he took pictures of was handsome young men in the twilight. Wait a second, Tomitake, are you fucking creeping on me?
いやー久しぶり。ケイイチ君だったよね。
どうもその説は。
I expelled the rude imagery from my head and greeted him without inciting anything.
そういえば彼女は君の知り合いだよね。
Uh-oh. Oh god, did she say something to him? He was probably talking about Rena. Guessing by the way Tomitake-san was shaken up.
あれは一体何だったんだい。彼女が不気味のナタを持って歩いてるんだよ。それもニヤニヤと笑いながら。
That was Rena without a doubt. I expect that she was grinning in anticipation of taking Colonel Sanders
身
home.
に危険を察して隠れたけど、警察に電話した方がいいんじゃないかな。
Well, it certainly would be quite the spectacle for a girl of her age to be roaming around with a hatchet. Tomitake-san's reaction was the epitome of logical.
いいんですいいんです。ほっといてください。また犠牲者を探して徘徊しているだけですから。
Bro, can this dumb fuck stop joking like this? Like, what's wrong with this idiot? Tomitake-san was alarmed by my crass response. Well, it's probably hard for normal people to understand Rena. Well, no fucking shit, because you keep saying like she's a fucking like murderer. I'll just toss out a bunch of
富
baloney.
武さんがここで殺されたら、多分犯人はあいつです。
Nah, Keiichi needs to die. No, bro, Keiichi needs to die. This guy.
せいぜい嗅ぎ回らないようにすることですね。
With a condescending smirk, I started off in the direction of the dam site where Rena was waiting. Before I got too far, Tomitake-san abruptly called out to me.
ケイイチ君、それよそ者の僕への警告のつもりかい？
I didn't mean that seriously. I did try to make it obvious, but motherfucker, how about you just fucking speak normally instead of fucking making weird ass fucking jokes to adults?
せいぜい気をつけることにするよ。
Oh god. Tomitake-san's gonna end up dead. I can feel it. I didn't really mean to call him an outsider. I wasn't really implying anything when I said that. It was only meant to be a joke, but it felt like I'd said something bad. You're terrible at jokes, Keiichi. Alright? words.
ケイくん
Why is she dressed like this for digging out Colonel Sanders, bro?
待ってたよ。今日も頑張ろう。
I understood what Tomitake-san was trying to say. Somebody gallivanting around while waving a hatchet around certainly would seem
ナ
dangerous.
タは鞘とかをかぶせて持ってこい。むきみはさすがにまずいだろ。
なくしちゃったみたいでないんだもん。
Thinking about it, there really was no need to try to keep up appearances. Everyone in Hinamizawa probably already knew about Rena's eccentricities. She's probably the only person who could carry a hatchet around Hinamizawa and not be considered suspicious.
まあいっか。今日で決めるぜ。最後の針をぶっ壊せば引きずり出せるはずさ。準備万端。
And that's where the arm is.
任せとけ。
I took the axe from Rena and made my way up the unstable slope.
待っててね、ケンタくん。今ケイチくんが助け出してくれるからね。
よっしゃ下がってな。一気に蹴りをつけてやるぜ。
Solid thwack rang throughout Hinamizawa as if the job was being done by a lumberjack.
どう？うまくいきそう？無理そうだったら無理しなくていいよ。
ここさえ折れればあとはなんとかなる。今日は気力も充実。いける。
But this adversary was more formidable than I expected. First of all, I'd never used a hatchet before. During a school camping trip, I had wanted to split the wood, but I lost at rock, paper, scissors and wasn't able to do it. Because the spot where I was standing was so unstable, I soon became tired and decided to take a break. Fucking soy. Rena had already spread out a tarp and laid down some tea and sweets.
大丈夫。もう一息。今夜レナが寝るときには健太君にお休みのキスができるようになってるさ。
Okay, she should not kiss something from the dump.
ありがとう、ケンタくん。おやすみのキス。は
そういえばレナも転校生だったんだろ。前はどこに住んでたんだよ。
I asked her nonchalantly while drinking tea. I had thought she lived here all her life.
お、関東の方だよ。
The Pokemon region?
ここほどじゃないけど、やっぱり田舎だったかな。
なんで引っ越してきたんだよ。ひなみ沢に。ほら、ここって結構田舎だろ。
ケイチくんはなんで引っ越してきたの？お父さんの仕事と関係あるのかな？
うちの親父がアトリエを移したいって言い出したんだよ。こういう山奥がいいって前々から言っててさ。
アトリエ？ケイチくんのお父さんって芸術家さんなの？
風景画ばっかり描いてる。年に2回くらいはどっかで個展を開いてるらしい。
When he started, his works were displayed in an industry plaza in Tokyo, and now they're exhibited in Makuhari Mess. He's determined to have them displayed in the Waterfront International Exhibition Hall.
それってすごいね。今度レナにも見せてね。
Too embarrassed to tell her that I didn't really know what kind of pictures my father painted. Well, eventually I would. I picked myself up while giving some vague answers.
でも楽器途中の転校だったんでしょ？
Why did he transfer?
大変じゃなかった？
別に。都会ってのには飽きてたし。
Trying to get answers from Rena, but I ended up being the one giving out all the answers. With a bit of a wry smile on my face, I grabbed the handle of the hatchet and headed back to the work site. Ow, my back, bro. The air grew colder as the sun slowly set. The Higurashi began their song as if to tell me to stop and head home for the day. Just a bit more. Today I would end it. When I first started, I chatted with Rena as I worked, but now I didn't have that luxury.
ほらてめえちくしょう
I had swung the hatchet countless times today, just like this. Contact. Shards of wood splintered. The assailants butchered the victim's body with hatchets and pickaxes. I recalled that passage from the tabloid. One hit with something like this would smash someone's head in. Axes and pickaxes are not meant to be swung at people, ever. With one last swing, the beam cracked apart. The weight I put behind the hatchet not only split through the beam, but smashed the statue's shoulder as well. The arm came off with a sickening sound. The arm? It clattered down noisily, stopping at my feet. Just like...
どうしたの？大丈夫？
ごめん、人形の腕壊しちゃったよ。
なんだ、ケイチ君が怪我をしたんじゃないかって思っちゃった。
Why did it come off with a sickening sound, though? I probably had a really guilty look on my face. Rena said that without a hint of dismay as she
ガ
smiled.
ムテープとかでくっつけてその上に上着を着せるもの。絶対わからないよ。
Witch? They're all witches.
そっか。じゃあ引っ張り出そうぜ。そっち持ってくれるか。
They still haven't found one of the arms. I laughed dryly at how pathetic I was for considering the arm flopping down and rolling to my feet to be such a bad omen. Both Rena and Mio knew how sickening that incident was, so they pretended that they didn't know. Unless they were involved in some way. I had looked it up all by myself, and shamefully enough I was scared.
情けないぜ、前原圭一。よっしゃ、レナ、一気に行くぞ。せーの。
やったよ、ケイチ君。わーい。
The right time to give 3 cheers. That moment of 2 days of work bearing fruit. He who was brought to Hinamizawa covered in filth to meet his end. Instead, we were able to welcome him back. You're pretty lucky, Colonel Sanders. Your new master is a pretty decent person.
わー、ケンタ君だ。やっぱかいいよ。
It didn't matter that he was dirty. Rena nuzzled him carefully with her cheek. I was dead tired, but seeing Rena's happy face made it all
じゃ
worth
あ
it.
手伝うから持っていこうぜ。暗くなるとまずいだろう。
そうだね。ケイチ君、本当にありがとう
Someone's
ね。
called Colonel Sanders?
こ
No,
の恩は忘れない
it's a KFC toy.
恩返しは何がいいかよく考えておくよ。
どんな恩返しだろう。恩返しだろう。
For now, I just hold back my evil cackle. We were ready to take it to our house, but we couldn't go like this. We rolled the statue up in the tarp and lifted him. Just like the emergency ambulance people rolled the body in a tarp. I prayed that we wouldn't run into Tomitake-san. If he saw us here and took a picture, we'll need to get rid of him. Lol. What? Is that meant to be a warning for an outsider like me? Why did it say lol? Something struck me as odd about the words Tomitake-san, unable to grasp my sense of humor, had left behind. I really thought something was gonna happen here. Like something was hidden under the Colonel Sanders thing. Bro, why are they edging us with this mystery, man? What kind of name is Rena? They're fucking edging me, bro. They edging me.
どうだったケイちゃん。
レナさんの家に行ったでございますか？すごかったでしょ。そんなことないよね。
Do the tip? I thought I just do the tips whenever.
ね。
Unlike my house, the Ryugu's residence wasn't newly constructed. It had been renovated from a pre-existing building. Well, the house itself was fine. The problem was the yard. There, it was crammed with rows upon rows of oddities. They were all the same as Colonel Sanders, stuff you'd see while walking around in town. The cake shop's mascot, Lil Licky. What? The Totalman in front of the pharmacy. She even had the amazing flying elephant from the top of the department store.
そこまでは100歩譲って可愛いことにしてもいい。だがあの郵便ポストは変だぞ。ああいうのってまずいんじゃないのか？
だって、はあ、可愛いんだもん。
She's sus. She must have just thought about it because her face filled with delight.
出かけりゃいいのか？出かけりゃ。
で、お部屋には小さいものがごっちゃりと陳列してありますの。前に拝見したことがあるでございますわ。
Hmm? Hmm? I don't know.
で、リカちゃんみたいな可愛い子は地下室にしまうのか？
うんうん、何でもしまっちゃうよ。はあ、かわいい。
So she takes anything she likes back to her nest. No ill will intended.
なあレナ、ニューヨークに自由の女神ってあるだろ？
What the fuck?
あれ、可愛いか？
かわいいよ。はあ、欲しいよ。
The US should probably come up with some countermeasures ASAP. If not, the Statue of Liberty will take a trip to Hinamizawa in the not so distant future. God. Rika-chan had returned.
職員室に呼ばれるなんて面白くないよな。なんかやったのか？
失礼な。リカはケイイチさんのような不良とは違うでございます。違うよ、ケイイチくん。リカちゃんはお祭りの実行委員さんなの。
祭り？学校の文化祭かなんかの？
ケイちゃんケイちゃん、この前言ったじゃん。村祭りだよ。綿流しのお祭り。
Come to think of it, she did say there'd be a festival at the shrine during the next
そ
break.
の綿流しって何なんだ？灯籠流しみたいなもんか？
最後に沢に流すってとこだけは同じかな。
傷んで使えなくなったお布団とかドテラとかにね、ご苦労様って感謝して供養しながら沢に流すお祭りなの。
The people living in Hinamizawa dumped their futons and padded cloaks in a stream. Sounds like it'd be a lot of trouble if it backed up the current. Maybe they should just drop some fish in and have a fish wrangling competition. Skewer them and sprinkle a little salt. Oh man, I could smell it already.
それじゃあサマーキャンプですわ。ケイイチさんって意外に想像力貧困でございますのね。
なんで俺がくだらん想像をしたことが分かった？
表情に出てましたです。
Stream reference? What sort of face could have expressed what I'd imagined just now? Rena demonstrated for me. I see, no argument here.
まあそんなに面白いものじゃないけどさ、楽しみにしてりゃいいじゃん。
みんなで行こう。当日は迎えに行くからね。
I don't really feel like going to festivals unless someone asked me to. I wouldn't get bored if these guys were going.
退屈どころか今年もやるぜ。
Mion's proclamation came as she looked at each member in turn. What was this all about? From the way Mion looked, it was
我が部の
probably...
夏の風物詩、綿流し祭4強爆闘。
What the fuck?
センスねえ。なんだよそのネーミングは。
レナは可愛い名前だと思うけどな。
I tried to object sharply, but since Rena looked happy about it, I decided it was pointless to fight it. Why are you mogging? I'm not mogging, bro.
ケイイチもいますから、今年は5強爆闘になりますです。
Rika-chan made a small correction in light of my presence.
で、 この仰々しいネーミングの部活動とお祭りがどう結びつくんだ？
日頃部活動で培った実力をご披露するのでございますわ。
その通り。日々の厳しい試練を乗り越えた精鋭中の最精鋭たる我々の実力を。
でも去年は村長さんに怒られたし、今年は迷惑をかけないようにしないとね。つまり露店巡りをしながら部活動をするわけです。
Rika-chan really is the only one who explains things so they make sense. I see, so we'll be exhibiting on those busy festival grounds. Rena was right, of course that would be a reason for the mayor to get angry.
でも楽しいんだよ。
That was the only point I did not doubt. It would be without question fun. The day of the festival is drawing near.
じゃ、それはそれとして今日も始めようかね、部活動。
なーし。
Our voices rang out in unison.
やっぱり人数が多い時はトランプが一番の王道だよね。まさにこれぞテーブルゲームのベーシック。
また岩牌トランプか？
今日は新品。傷はないから本当に条件は互角。
本当でございましょうね。そのカード改めさせてもらいますわ。
Well, that was fair. Just to be safe, everyone checked the cards.
これなら大丈夫だよ。
みんな納得した？じゃあ今日はね、大貧民にしようか。5人って人数もいい感じでしょ。
I wonder if all these games are like something I need to reference later or something. Another standard card game. Like, why are we playing all of these? First one to get rid of all their cards win. The basic rules: play a better card game than the one before. Play a better card than the one before. You can play straights and pairs. There are various techniques that improve the game, like reversals, but because it's such a well-known game, there are lots of house rules for it as well. The name, for example. In my hometown, we call it Millionaire.
一応細部を確認しとくぜ。ジョーカーはオールマイティか？3は3枚でも革命可能か？
ジョーカーはなし。2が最強。革命返しはあり。3でも4枚なきゃ革命不可。
I actually used to play this a lot with coworkers during lunch break.
あとね、ゲーム開始時に貧民がいいカードを上納するってルールがあるでしょ。あれはなしなの。
While I was confirming the familiar rules, Satsuko looked over at me cautiously. What job did I do before? I was working at a hospital for administration. I probably should have tried to look like more of an amateur. I was pretty used to this game. It's president and it's with a new deck. Today I might be able to win. I had the gist of the rules now. But that wasn't everything, was it?
今日の罰ゲームは何でございますの？
I wasn't a doctor.
それなんだけどさ、みんなで何枚かメモに書いて歯医者に引かせるってのはどうかな？
Ooh, one of them's gonna write death. Oh, that seemed like it could be interesting.
ではどぎついのを書いてケイイチさんに引かせてやりますわ。あんまりひどいのを書くと自分で引いた時大変だ
Oh,
よ。
you write death and you pull it yourself, so you have to kill yourself in Minecraft.
負けなきゃいいってんだろ。
わかってるじゃありませんの。
Mion handed out several slips of papers to everybody.
じゃあ適当に書いてこのカバンの中に入れて。負けた人はこの中に手を突っ込んで1枚引くってことで。
Now then, what would be a good penalty? Worst case scenario, you draw what you wrote. Something too intense would be like digging your own grave.
何もなしって書くのは禁じ手にしましょうです。
Rika-chan's casual suggestion caused Mion's hand to lurch to a sudden halt.
うわー、ミオンさん卑怯ですわ。何もなしって書いてカードを折ってあるんですの。
I see. Just in case you lost, just grab the note with the folded corner and you'd be safe. That was a good idea. diabolical as ever, Mion. Rika-chan is quite formidable too, being able to see through that. I couldn't underestimate her, even though she doesn't stand out.
みんなあんまり意地悪な罰ゲームはやめようね。
Kill each other. Nobody agreed to Rena's proposal. Everyone was
大
ruthless.
丈夫だよレナ、負けなきゃいいんだからな。
そうだね。よし、頑張ってレナの
Bro,
罰ゲームをみんな
relax.
に引かせるぞ。
Bro, I'm so used to visual novels that I play, having people just fucking die out of nowhere. So I'm literally just anticipating the first death. Rena was quite brutal, even though she usually appeared meek. Better not underestimate her either. Yeah, like the story's been so wholesome so far, like insanely wholesome, with just like random like
同感ですわ。
drops of fucking like really dark things, and I'm like, what the fuck?
特にレナの罰ゲームってのがとっても気になるでございます。誰の罰ゲームでも怖いです。
I still didn't know what Rika-chan's penalties would be like.
つまりこのゲームには負けられないってわけ。ご一同覚悟はいいね。
We all nodded determinedly. Having confirmed that, Mion dealt out the cards. Finally, the battle begins. I had a decent starting hand. Card after card was played in the middle. Not needing Mion to tell them, both Rika-chan and Satoko played their cards without hesitation. Rena and I were the only ones who paused to think. It seemed that Rena genuinely couldn't make up her mind, but I was different. I was like a shark stalking its prey, just waiting for the right time to strike.
これ通るのかよ。じゃあ3出して上がりだぜ。
9いないですの。8、7上がりでございます。5と5上がりますです。じゃあ最後の1枚を捨てて上がりね。
気をしたか。
Ooh, the loser of the first round was of all people Mion, and now it was certain. Today I could win.
じゃあみーちゃんこの中から1枚引いてね。
Oh shit. Mion, accepting her defeat, scrounged around the inside of the bag and pulled out one of the pieces of paper.
誰これ書いたやつ誰。
Mion quivered and shrieked.
どんなの？どんなの？
Rena was also surprised when she peeked at it. What kind of terrible thing was written on it? Hit the principal on the head.
ちょっと待て。これがどうやばいんだ？
圭一様気づきませんの？校長先生は頭髪が薄いことを恥ずかしがってますの。
Okay. Satoko yelled with a serious look on her face. But she wasn't as loud as Mion's shriek. What could it be?
校長先生は武道の達人なのです。
Oh my god, it's just like the Nichijou principal.
若い頃は世界を修行して回って武術の奥義を極めきったと豪語してますの。戦後の日本の教育の乱れを憂えて
I'm not
教
thinning.
育者に転校したんだって。
I was a red belt in Taekwondo though. He was inhuman. Hit that guy's head.
部長の私が模範を示さないわけにはいかないね。うりゃ
She bellowed a yell as she dashed off down the hallway.
静かにこっそり行って穏便に済ます方が有利じゃないのか？
多分無理だよ。だって気配でアメフラシが探せるって言ってたし。
What the fuck? Is this guy a Navy SEAL? Yeah, right, buddy. Kerpow! A rumble shook the classroom.
校長先生、超奥義発動です。
What? What is happening? Following the launcher with a jab, jab, strong, fierce combo? He's even using meter?
G 君道だな。
知らないよ。食らいたくないもん。
Nothing I could do now except stay calm. I understood now why there were no delinquents at this school. The principal beat them all up. After a few moments of silence, Mion slumped back to
撫
us.
でた。これでいい？
とりあえず生きてますわね。ゲーム続行は可能でございますわ。
鬼。
I was amazed the person who made the club activities like these could say that.
でもこれで一番おっかない罰ゲームはなくなったね。
Clueless. Rena tried to lighten the mood and was only met with Mion's malicious grin. She was serious now.
もう手加減しないからね。あんたたちにも思い知らせてやろうじゃん。
The pace of the game became bizarrely quick. I could tell the game had gotten more intense.
S345上がり。
これで僕も上がりますです。
How does anybody let her just fucking play all of those low-ass fucking numbers and get, huh?
へへ、俺も上がらせてもらうぜ。
3、これで上がりですな。
Oh.
負けちゃったよ。
And the heavens chose to vanquish Rena.
どんな罰ゲームだろう。どんな罰ゲームだろう。
Throw out Colonel Sanders. It wasn't exactly hard for her to be worried. Just thinking of the level of difficulty of Mion's first penalty still made me quiver. And so the penalty she drew with trembling fingers was... Eat a bean. The heck was this? Speak like a maid. What?
なにこれ。これってどうすればいいの？
Okay.
ってことはつまりそういう口調で喋れということではございませんの？はい、ご主人様。
How is this a fucking punishment? It hit me like a ton of bricks. I had no idea who wrote that penalty, but she was awesome.
じゃあレナ、カードを集めてみんなに配ってくれるかな。
はい、ご主人様。
Ah, I could just die right now.
とにかくゲームを続行しよう。なあレナ。
はい、ご主人様。
The eagerness to which I was goading Rena into addressing me as master was downright impressive, if I do say so myself.
うりゃ、もう負けないよ。上がり。
私も絶対負けられないでございますのよ。上がりましたです。
ならこれで俺も上がりだ。
そんな。
Oh, Rena's
誰
dying.
の負けでございますか？
Rena again, what kind of penalty would it be this time? I was delighted by the mysterious sense of anticipation. Anticipation? No, this was conviction. Remove one item of clothing from the top and bottom halves of your body. What the fuck? Oh, is this allowed for 14? No, wait, Keiichi's 14. The others are like younger.
誰だよこんなの書いたの。
It was you, Keiichi, we all know. My face reddened in anger. If I didn't yell something out, I wouldn't be able to hide my shaking. Ah, who did write that? God, please give that man a Nobel Prize. Okay.
きっとノーベルスケベ賞ですわね。
Not good, not good. What I was thinking about was written on my face.
みーちゃん。
Rena begged Mion with teary eyes, but everyone knew Mion's answer already.
はいはい、甘えない甘えない。負けたら潔く。
わかりました、ご主人様。脱ぎます。
What? I looked around thinking someone else would probably stop her. Of course, I wasn't exactly trying to stop her either. Then I heard the rustling of clothing. The sound of her skirt hitting the ground sent my heart racing.
これでよろしいでしょうか。
I looked away like a
ご主人
gentleman.
様。
But these club activities, you need to be ruthless after all. What?
なんだ
Oh, she just had her gym outfit underneath. Okay. Whew.
ケイイチさん、何を期待してますの？
Shut up, Satoko.
下に体操服着てなかったらさすがに脱げませんわ。
Satoko poked fun at me, but right now I can't hear it.
ケイちゃんもやるね。こっちの方向で攻めてくるとはおじさん予想もつかなかったわ。
違うこれは俺が書いたんじゃない
Likely story, Keiichi, you fucking pervert.
ご主人様が書いたんじゃないんですか？
Her squirming around in her PE clothes made it impossible for me to not feel anything. Calm down, Keiichi Maebara. Mion probably wrote that one and planned to go after me as I panicked. You can't fall for a trap after knowing it's a trap. Clear your head. Calm down and assess the situation. I was determined to think my way out of this, and the answer was quite simple.
俺はガーツ
Huh? I then became a god. What? I, who had already entered the domain of godhood, what would dare stand in my way? It was like they were pulled to me magnetically. I was picking up aces and twos like nobody's business. Oh shit.
なんでこんなにカード運が悪いんでございますの？
サトコの負けだな引くぞ妹口調で喋る
Bro, these penalties suck.
はい、お兄ちゃん。
Yes, the pleasure of making this brat disgrace herself. Oh god.
またおじさんの負けじゃん。
Okay.
ミオンの負けだな引くぞ女子スクール水着に着替える
Did you just say no? No.
ケイちゃんに引かせたかった。
What? You wanted me to wear a girl swimsuit. Mion's despair was like sweet honey.
ご主人様、また負け
So
ち
what
ゃい
happened
ま
to
した。
Rika, huh? Is she even playing?
レナの負けだな引くぞ1位に膝枕
Oh my
この
god.
格好でですか？ご主人様。
Yeah! She's not wearing a skirt, so it's her bare... Bro, Keiichi cannot convince me he's not a pervert! He's literally a pervert!
お兄ちゃん、強すぎですの。
サトコの負けだな引くぞ1位にご奉仕肩でも揉んでもらおっかな
はい、お兄ちゃん。
Maybe the stuff about him stealing panties wasn't a
Oh,
lie.
yeah,
Yeah, I ain't gonna
what the-
lie. I think Keiichi's a fucking grade A pervert.
冷たてんじゃねえぞ
I transformed into an evil dictator and couldn't be doing any better. It felt like I could control how the cards played out with my mind and even decide what suits would appear just by willing it. By the time I realized it, I had already assembled a horror. I was laughing haughtily as I rested my head on Rena, who was now a bloomer-clad maid. Satoko was wearing a collar and had taken on little sister properties. What? A collar? Mion was fanning me while wearing a school swimsuit.
はあ、今日は
So what the fuck is
ご主
Rika
人
doing?
様は圧勝でございますね。あんまり頭をゴロゴロしないでくださいまし。
I began to think, why does man have no end to his desires? How could I wish for more than this palace of dreams?
どうしましたですか、ケイチ？
どうして人の欲望には限りがないのか憂いていたのさ
That was it. Rika-chan hadn't been in first, but she continued to escape being in
ケイ
last.
チは欲張りさんですよ。樽を知るとも言いますです。
Oh, Rika's telling you, no bitch.
十分理解してるよなんて言うのかなもう死んでもいいって感じ
ご主人様、あんまりゴロゴロしないで。死んでもいいですね。 叶えて差し上げますですよ。
Do it, Rika! Rika-chan said it in her usual calm manner with a cheery tone. This was undoubtedly a declaration of war.
いいぞリカちゃん、やっちゃえ。
What the fuck?
このドスケベ大魔王をやっつけるでございます。
This shit. She actually has. I didn't even notice the fucking stupid ass collar. What the?
僕では勝てないかもしれませんですが、やっつけますですよ。
Such. Wait. What if? What if the punishment left in there is death? Such stoicism from this little girl who's always hidden away in Satoko's shadow. It would probably be rude not to meet her head on. I shall face you myself, little one. Bullying fucking kids. Keiichi, you fucking pig. I saw Mion swap a few cards with Rika-chan in the middle of the game, but pretended I didn't see it. Do you believe you can defeat Keiichi-sama with just that?
2です。エースエースエースです。
Oh.
8888革命しますです。
Oh. Everybody looked over at me. I was still brimming with confidence. Mwahaha, the four of them have allied against me. That's it. You're making me
あり
laugh.
だったよな。革命返しだ。
Unless she reverses the reversal.
そんなバカなことがあるわけ。
Satoko let out a shriek. Moha, you simpletons. Using up all of her cards before calling the reversal left Rika-chan with no good cards. She was defeated soon after.
僕の負けです。
No, Rika, my goat! You were supposed to kill Keiichi!
ついに我が軍門に下ったり。さあ一枚引くぞ。
Oh, god damn it.
おお。
What the fuck? Did he just whoa? Okay. God, I think Keiichi might be a blue archive player. I ain't gonna lie. Wear cat ears, a bell collar, and a tail. Who wrote? Oh, yeah, I bet Keiichi wrote that one. Fucking, even the penalties were as I wished. Rika-chan hung her head and equipped the 3 holy artifacts. So why do they just have these sitting around? That's a real question. It's questionable as to why such things were in Mion's locker. Yes, but since I had no objection, I didn't ask. Whoa. Wait, she looks so sad in the remake. Okay, this looks so stupid. This was so how it felt like I had become Rena. This was definitely cute.
かわいいよね。ね
What are you saying, Pop? I'm reading the voice
え。
lines.
お持ち帰り。
Okay, Rena, you're gonna go to jail. That wasn't me talking. That was the actual Rena.
Me.
Okay, cats don't go meep, Rika. As Rika-chan mimicked the cat, teary-eyed rings of smoke escaped from Rena's ears with an audible poof.
リカちゃん、お持ち帰り、お持ち帰り。ちょっとだけだよ。変なことはしないんだよ。しないんだよ。
そうか、その手が残ってたか。
Mion gasped and dropped her fist into her open palm.
レナがどうしてもって言うなら、僕はお持ち帰りされちゃうです。レナさんにケイイチさんが倒せたらですわ。
They thought that Rena in cute mode would be able to defeat me? Would it be that easy? Opposing me was the same as opposing God. I teach them their place. You know, Keiichi's kind of sounding like me playing Bang Boos. Fall Guys.
チョコザイだ。
How preposterous.
レナなど返り討ちに。
For a moment, I didn't know what was going on. The 52 cards danced and flowed freely between Rena's hands like the machinations of a master magician. Which, in the middle of those flowing cards, was Rena's ecstatic expression, her head bobbing around.
やろケイイチくん。早く早く。
My whole body knew it already. I was going to lose. And his punishment is death.
出ないのケイちゃん。ならこれであっかり。
Everyone cheered. I was spent.
悔いはないさ。神様、短い夢をサンキューな。
さあ引くでございますよ。ケイチさんの罰ゲームこれですわ。
Everybody peeked at in unison, gazes flickering between the text of my
今日
face.
一日はしゃがせてもらったからな。何でもやるぜ。内容は何だ？
全部。
Oh, all the previous punishments?
Huh?
Every penalty up until now. Ooh.
なんだそれ！
Ooh, cooked. Ooh.
ケイチさん、言葉遣いが弟属性になっていませんでしたよ。
はい、お姉ちゃん。
うわこれはやみつきになるでございますわ。あと肩も揉んでもらいますわよ。ケイチくん、膝枕はいいからレナにもね。
はいご主人様。
ケイチくん、それすごくかわいい。もっと言ってもっと言って。
もう
All right, Keiichi, put on the girl's swimsuit. Come on. Rena passed out with a squeal, blood spewing from her nose like a fountain. My dignity was being trampled more than a communal doormat.
次はおじさんだね。まずはのんびりとうちわで仰いでもらおうかな。
Ah, boo, where's the swimsuit? Foosh, foosh.
あ、そうか。これも着ないとダメだよね。スクール水着。
それ女子用だろ。俺は男子用でいいんじゃないのか？
ここにちゃんと女子スクール水着に着替えると明記してございますわ。
Satoko was like a loan shark. Actually, me trying to escape reality as fast as humanly possible was pretty adorable, if I did say so
だ
myself.
って
Did you say adorable or okay? I did say adorable. What the fuck?
誰のスクール水着を着るんだよ。嫌だろ？俺なんかに着られたら。
あ、おじさんそういうのは全然気にしないから。いいじゃん、役得でさ。
What?
私スタイルすっごく悪いから、ケイちゃんでも着れないことないと思うよ。
Damn, Keiichi can just fit into a girl's swimsuit. Keiichi, I knew you were a soy boy. The executioners surrounded me, wagging their fingers. My first thought, it's tight around the waist. Second thought, the chest area was pretty loose. Third thought, the crotch area was... How?
ケイチくん、かわいいかわいい。あとこれに猫耳と首輪と尻尾をつけて完成しますです。
ケイちゃん、鏡見る？いやマジすごいって。多分見といた方がいい。
The stern, scientific, calculating nature mixed in with her fascination made Mion very scary.
遠慮します、ご主人様。
これで出来上がりですわね。このままの格好で下校するってのもあればよかったですのに。
じゃあもういいかい？着替えてさ。
While I was saying that, Mion placed her hands on my shoulder and Rika-chan slipped up behind me without a
まだ
sound.
です、ケイチ。一番最初にやった罰ゲー
Oh,
ム
the
が残ってますです。
principal!
この格好でか？
Rika-chan patted my head without saying a word. Ooh.
よし、失礼します。
入りたまえ。
I stepped forwards into the principal's office. My bell collar jingled adorably. The principal froze solid with a smile on his face as he saw me. I couldn't blame him. In this sacred place of study, specifically in his office, though I said excuse me as I entered, the sight of a person entering with a school swimsuit, cat ears, a collar, and a tail, and for it to be a young male student, without a doubt any normal person's psyche would have stopped cold, but this could be explained. We'll call it uncanny valley camouflage, if you will. When humans see others, they can only begin to act after confirming this is human. Meaning that if he could not comprehend what was in front of him, then in those moments before he could begin to fully process the situation, his mind was completely blank. That was my one and only chance for victory. My penalty, rubbing the principal's head. The zing sound echoed loudly. He went straight for the special move. The principal said one thing to me. And in a heartbeat. The tremor resounded throughout Hinamizawa in the twilight. He's dead. Goodbye, Keiichi. Nice. There's your death? Bro, he's not dead. There's gotta be more to this chapter, right? Oh yeah, here we go. Okay. It's always the after the school stuff that, like, could be interesting. Rena was given permission to caress Rika-chan's head as much as she wanted, so they headed home together very pleased. Once again, today it was just Mion and I going home.
いやー、白熱したね。ケイちゃんがあんなに大貧民が強いとは思わなかった。
いや、俺自身が一番驚いてるよ。
If I was playing with guys, I wouldn't have been that strong. Bro, you gotta ask Mion again.
しかし、ひってえ目にあった。あんな姿で担架で運ばれた日にゃ、松代までの恥だ。
でもいいじゃん。7台は自慢できるくらいいい目も見たんだし。
How? Well, when she says it like that, we both smiled at each other.
おや、また会ったね、ケイイチ君。
Tomitake! You're just fucking stalking my ass and taking pictures of me! This guy's hella sus, bro! He just keeps appearing right where I am. It was Tomitake-san. It felt like I've been running into him quite often. A little too much.
どうも。いい写真は撮れてますか？
ま、そこそこにね。で、
Tomitake-san suddenly leaned over and whispered in my ear.
しかし、ケイイチ君も隅に置けないな。
Ooh, he's saying Keiichi's a fucking hoe!
今日はこの間とは違う彼女かい？
そういうんじゃないですよ。
とぼけないとぼけない。若いうちは経験が大事なんだからな。
Whoa, 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 Tomitake, they're like 13, 14-year-olds. Because Tomitake-san let out such a crude laugh, Mion knew what we were talking about without even hearing his whispering.
富武のおじさまだってなかなか隅に置けないって噂ですけど。
Whoa, what the hell?
いや、僕はそんなつもりで。
はいはい。お仕事頑張っていい写真いっぱい撮ってくださいな。バイバイ。
Fuck! We didn't get the... The way she spoke, it seemed as if Mion knew Tomitake-san quite well.
おじさまは今年は綿流しまで滞在ですかな？
うん、そのつもりだよ。
Oh, he dying for sure.
お祭りを一通り撮影したら、また東京に帰るよ。
カメラマンってやつは本当に気楽な商売ですかと。
You're gonna die in this village.
早くでっかい賞を取って有名になってくださいよね。今期逃してまで写真撮影に熱中してるんだから。
そんなことはないと思うな。男は味噌汁から味が出るんだよ。
True. I'm in my 30s. Yup.
味噌から味が出てどうすんですか、バチーナ。
ん？おっと、そろそろ宿に戻らないと暗くなっちゃうな。
Tomitake-san began to take his leave with a dry laugh. It did look like he was outmatched by me.
じゃあお二人ともお祭りでまた会おうね。
After waving a hand cheerfully, Tomitaka-san disappeared amidst the cries of the Higurashi. Title.
あんな調子で本当に有名になれんのかね。
Whoa, what the fuck, Mio? That's fucked up.
個展開いたら私の写真展示してもらう約束になってんだけど、当分実現しそうにないかね。
What the hell?
ミオンは富武さんのことを知ってるんだ。
うん、知り合いっていうかほら、ここじゃよそ者はすぐ分かっちゃうからね。
昨日今日会ったばかりという感じじゃなかったな。
富武さんね、結構ちょくちょくひなみ沢に来るんだよ。年に 2,3 回くらいかな。季節の風景や野鳥を撮影してるんだってさ。ま、大した写真じゃないんだろうけどね。
The image Mio painted of Tomitaka-san was fairly unique. Tomitaka I knew was more mysterious. The words flowed naturally from my
富
mouth.
武さんって本当に野鳥撮影で来てるのかな。
Oh. Mion stared blankly at me as if to ask, why do you say
なん
that?
かこう撮影以外の目的で来てるようなさ、そんな気がしないか。
Like about that incident, the dismemberment.
やっぱりそう思う？
Just say it! Fuck you, goddamn
だと
Keiichi!
したらいい感してるよ、ケイちゃん。
Huh? She agreed with what I thought, but was quite chipper in how she said
知っ
it.
てるのかミオン。
もうね。他のみんなはひょっとすると気づいてないかもしれないけど、このおじさんの目はごまかせないしね。
Bro, the music literally gets to the end of the song at specific points that I feel like they're gonna say something serious, but it's just that it's at the end of the loop. And then the song loop backs. Mion was posturing pretentiously, but had easily come to a very different conclusion from what she was imagining. God damn it. This fucking game's edging me so hard. It felt like all apprehensions I had about Tomitaka-san disappeared, lifting a burden off my shoulders. I was finally able to appreciate how clear the evening sky over Hinamizawa was. Burgooned again. I exhaled everything in my lungs and inhaled just as much. It smelled like dusk.
どうしたの、ケイちゃん？
日暮らしの声ってさ、こんなにも気持ちいいものだったんだなって。
ケイちゃん、何を今さら。
We both continued to giggle, not knowing why.
レナは今頃どうしてるかな。リカちゃんを思う存分可愛がれたのかな。
今頃は夕食を振る舞うから遊びにおいでって誘ってる真っ最中だよ。
うまく持ち帰れるといいな。
That's
ど
a
うだろう
crime.
ね。リカちゃんってあれでなかなかうまいから。
ああ、それは同感。頭を撫でる罰ゲーム、あれきっとリカちゃんだぜ。
私も同感。校長先生の頭を撫でられるのはリカちゃんだけだし。
Just pointless chit chat. A hot day felt like it was being cooled down by the cries of the Higurashi. That's it? Come on, man. Just ask. Just straight up, just ask. Like, if bro beats around the bush with Mion so hard, like, just fucking, just say it. Like, where's the arm? Community notice. That sounds like it could be interesting. A fate worse than death. Have your luck run out. Ooh, okay, let's do this one. This one seems interesting. We're greeting the end of the rainy season sooner than in prior years. On this day, when it feels like summer will soon arrive, I'm pleased that everyone is in good health. The season for the Watanagashi is finally upon us. I believe the assistance of the town council will make this a wonderful festival. I also wish to ask for the assistance of everyone in regards to a few things. One, collecting bazaar goods. Villagers are welcome to put their wares on show at the well-received Hinamizawa Grand Bazaar exhibition. Anything is welcome, from unconsumed gifts to used clothing. No raw goods, please. Management. Makino Tell XXXX. 2. Recruiting Lil Festival drum dancers. The renowned Little Festival Drum Dancers group, known for its careful choreography, the Shofu Society, is taking last-minute participants. We're looking for any showboat, elementary, and middle schoolers. Management, Kimiyoshi, Tell, XXXX. 3. Taking donations. We are accepting donations in multiples of 1,000 yen. For every 1,000 yen donation, you'll be awarded a refreshment stand ticket. Management, Sonozaki, Tell, XXXX. We are always taking suggestions for ways to improve the festival. If you have any interesting idea, call Kimiyoshi at XXXX. There's a 200 yen refreshment stand ticket attached below the cut line. That was the most useless tip ever! What a poop! Alright, fuck it, let's do this Rena one. What the fuck are you called Rena?
レナがいないです。ケイチは知りませんですか？
あれ、たった今までそこにいたのにな。おいミオ、レナはどこ行ったんだ？
レナ？お手洗いじゃない？覗きたいなら止めないけど通報するからね。
Ew. I hadn't heard anything about
サ
that.
トコ、レナを知りませんですか？レナさんですの？さっき廊下ですれ違いましたよ。レナさんは日直だから花壇にお水をやらないといけませんので。
ああ、レナが日直か。そりゃお疲れ様なことで。
Rena. Upon hearing it repeated, a thought came to my mind. It's rude to say this about someone's name, but it was a weird name. It was like some foreigner's
レ
name.
ナってどういう名前なんだろうな。レナって漢字だとどうなるんだ？
レナはあだ名なのです。ちゃんとした名前がありますですよ。
え、そうなのか？俺はてっきり竜宮レナってのが本名だと思ってたよ。
まあ確かにレナさんとしか呼んでませんから間違えるのも無理はないですわね。
She even signs her name as Rena. It's like it's her real name in
本当
school.
の名前はなんて言うんだろうな。レナが戻ってきたら聞いてみるかな。
Satsuko and Rika-chan looked at each other.
聞かなくてもいいですよ。僕たちがお礼の礼にならのな。竜宮レナが本名ですの
I'll
よ。
tell you what it is. It's the Rei from Ore and Na from Nara. Her real name is Rena.
レイナか。それでレイナじゃなくてレナって読むのか？面白い読み方だよな。
Okay. What's up, Meow?
いいえ、違いますです。レイナで正しいのです。レナさんが言ったのですわ。レナと呼んでほしいって。だからレナさんなのですわ。
ケイちゃん、レナはレナだよ。レーナって呼ぶのは他人だけ。そこんとこ分かってるよね。
Understood what Mio was saying. Didn't matter what her real name was, only what names we used between us. Rena Ryugu is Rena. She's nobody other
思
than
ったん
that.
だけどさ、自己申請すれば俺も今日からあだ名で呼ばれるのか？
面白けりゃね。なんて呼ばれたいわけ？
越後屋。
What? Okay. Rena then came back into the classroom. One of the juniors near the door told Rena people were looking for her.
あれあれ、誰かレナのことを探してたかな？かな？
Seeing that, both Mion and I sneered.
お代官様、竜宮めがまんまと現れましたぞ。
いちごや、主も悪よな。
That laugh.
何かな？ケイチ君とミーちゃんが悪代官だよ。いちご屋だよ。
おのれ竜宮レナの助、ここであったが100年目でおじゃる。いざ覚悟。
スケさん、カクさん、こらしめてやりなさい。あやいさですわ。
Did she say I, sir,
スイス銀行
Desuwa?
に入れてほしいのです。
What? She has a Swiss bank account. Since it's come to this, we have no choice. We'll just have to have a grand battle with 5 people. Rena's fierce punches exploded just as soon as she shown her seal. The evil that was Mion and myself was vanquished
レ
in
ナ
the
に
end.
はぜひ世直しの旅に出てもらいたいもんだ。永田町なんかどうだ？
ダメだよ。旅先でかいものちょろまかすから。ふむふむ。
The toll of the bell signaled the break time was over.
ほらほら、ケイチ君もみーちゃんも先生来るよ。
I took Rena's hand and stood up. It was just as the teacher had entered the classroom. Just one more hour. Man, oh man. Got to buckle down for one more. Okay, okay. Nothing crazy and all that. Okay, okay. All right, well, we're at the end of chapter 5. We're on chapter 6. How many chapters are in this? All right. One more. No, motherfuckers. I said we would do 2 chapters. All right, that's a goal every day. I'm at 4.5 hours in this game. Damn. It was 2. I said 2. I said 2, chat. I swear I said 2. And with marbles for Mother's Day. We'll do marbles tomorrow. Do we hit the goal? We'll do marbles tomorrow. All right. We shall do marbles tomorrow. Chat, we're already 7.5 hours in. I gotta skedaddle. Thank you everybody for hanging out. Tomorrow we continue with Higurashi. Hopefully, I don't know how many chapters there are total in this first chapter, but we're already pushing like 5 hours into this, so we'll see. Tomorrow, as also Hugo viewer polls. If you want me to poll Hugo for you, just send me a DM. I believe right now we only have like, I think we're at like 1 person. I think we're at 1 person for Hugo. Aware. Anyways, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Good night, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out. As always, very, very pog. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'll send y'all over to... I'll send you guys over to BTMC. I'll send y'all over to BTMC. Yes, sir. BTMC. Osu guy. Is he hitting a fat one? I wonder if he has alerts muted. Oh, he popping. Oh, shit. I hope he has alerts muted. Anyways, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good night, everybody. Bye-bye.